There are those moments in life when, we want to say those right words in that right moment to that right person, but probably we are so emotionally charged or disturbed that we don't find those right words to articulate our thoughts. And we miss that opportunity and regret it later. For me, one of that moment came when I was waiting in an entry line to buy an entry ticket for one of the finest handicraft exhibition a few years back. Just ahead of me in line was this gentleman standing. He was having a very heavy Firang accent, so probably an NRI back from some place, accompanied by a gorgeous wife dripping in diamonds, two adorable kids with all the unnecessary gadgets on them. He himself was like driving the most, flashiest, most expensive SUV in town. He buys 4 tickets and reaches the entry gate just ahead of me and hands the tickets to the darban there and asks this question. He asks, भैया अंदर 40 रुपए का कुछ देखने को मिलेगा कि मेरा 1 घंटा वेस्ट होगा? Is there anything worth $40 inside, or am I wasting my time? For a person like me who is a very proud Indian and very passionate about the craft and cultural heritage of my country, this was a shocker. I stood there in disbelief because my mind couldn't comprehend, as in, he's a man who is by all means he has more money than he requires in this lifetime. He's well educated, he's well traveled. But still he has no idea as in where he's coming from, his roots, his identity. And I regret that moment that I couldn't catch hold of him and tell him how horribly wrong he was and how he's putting the value of all that our past history of all our heritage and all our cultural thing, he's equating it with $40. I regret that moment. Indian handicraft sector is the second largest employment sector in our country, second next to agriculture. And it says a lot about us how we treat our craftsperson and farmers. You can say that. This is nearly a 5 billion industry. It employs nearly 25 million craftsmen across India. I'm very fortunate that I work with few artisans and craftsmen. I'm very fortunate that I travel to various craft clusters across country. And I'll be sharing some visuals from those journeys. I'm very sure if you jog your virtual memory, you will find these, some resemblance to these images. You must have seen, a weaver weaving something on a loom. You must have seen, a person working with the metal to create some lifestyle product. Someone sitting hunched down, doing some embroidery, block printing, zari work. We all have seen it. Whenever we put these pictures across, we always get like 100% positive remarks, as in, what intricate weave, what color, really awesome work, what hard work they do and all. Side by side, we also listen to the stories where we hear that how a particular craft tradition is nearly extinct. How there are certain communities of artisans who are really struggling to make ends meet. So why this disparity? What is it that's going wrong? Many things have gone wrong, many things are going wrong, but I don't focus more on what has gone wrong, but what is it that we can do right? These are 25 million unhappy hands right now. And the gentleman in the beginning I described, he was one little reason why he's unhappy. What we need to do is, how we can make them happy is, we need to shift focus. We need to shift focus from what's being made to who's making it. I'm not worried about, the Banarsi brocade. I'm not worried about it because it's a gorgeous piece of craft. It's so beautiful, it's not going anywhere. But I'm worried about the person who is making it, because if he's not getting our help now, this particular craft tradition is not going to survive. It's not going to get transferred in next generation, and that's a loss. just 2 days from now, I'm actually embarking on a journey to Varanasi to meet few artisans and weavers. And I was in pre-talks with few of them for the last 1.5, 2 months. 10 days back, I was talking to one award-winning weaver over there, Mumtaz Bhai. And I was just, called him up. I was explaining who I was, why I was coming, what's that thing in my mind. He was all excited, Madam, आइए, आपको इनसे भी मिलाऊंगा, उनसे भी मिलाऊंगा. And all, good conversation. But he calls me back again after 3-4 hours. And this time, I'm hearing the voice of, a broken man. You know it when you hear one. And he said, Madam, my loom is shut for 1 year. I have not done any work. I really don't have anything to show to you. And I'm feeling ashamed that you're traveling such a long distance, and I have nothing to show to you. I'm just doing some odd jobs to, keep my family together. I have 4 kids to, look after. This is an award-winning weaver. He has this tradition in his family for 6-7 generations. This was followed by a personal conversation with him, which I'd like to keep it to myself. But actually, this is the state of, craftsmen everywhere, wherever I go. They are looking for jobs. They are, they want assistance with the raw material they use, the pricing of it. They need design, invention, marketing skills. They need their payments to be done on time. They're not getting it. So what is it that we can do? When I say we, I'm not saying, what governments and, organizations, NGOs or designers can do, but what is it that normal aam janta of this country, what can we do? Some of you might ask, why bother? How does it affect me sitting here in Bangalore that a, craftsman sitting somewhere in rural Punjab, Kashmir, Kerala, wherever, if he's not getting work or if he's not, able to survive, how does it affect me? Why should I be bothered about it? We should be bothered about it because this is our heritage. This is our story, our lineage. This is where we are coming from. This is the root. And if we are not aware of where we are coming from, believe me, there's no way we can reach any place in life. That's why we should be bothered about it. We are also listening to a lot about this Make in India chant. Brilliant idea. It will not succeed if it's not associated with, buy and celebrate Indian as well. That's why we should be bothered. Now, what is it that we can do? Just 3 little things we can keep in our mind. Just keep whatever resonates with you. And next time, whenever you find some chance, apply it. That would be great. First, we need to change. We need to change our attitude. And I'm not saying that we need to change our attitude for, say, I don't like brocade or ikat, but now that she's saying, let me wear Banarsi saris wherever I'm going. Or, just buying ikat furnishings for my home all the time. I'm not asking for that. We need to change our attitude towards our own self. Why is it that everything which is rural, local, native, earthy, rooted, whatever, it almost always gets the second grade tag. It's always the not so cool thing to do. Why is that? You pick, and it's just, it's so prevalent, it's in all aspects of our life these days. Whether it's language, literature, fashion, music, lifestyle, you pick it and you'll see that. You pick any random kids of, any group of kids playing, and you will see 90% of the time the conversation is not happening in any native language. They all can understand it, but it's not happening. Any bookshop you enter, there'll be a small window for, all the regional languages and like floors dedicated to English. There is no harm in learning the Spanish, French, German. I'm learning one myself. But not at the cost of struggling at your Hindi, Kannada, Tamil, Telugu. That just worries me. I really I celebrate Halloween with all the fun and fervor, but kindly consider Saraswati Puja also once in a while. This is the attitude that we need to change. Another attitude which we all have committed this crime, we all do it, and it's blame it on our Indian genes or whatever. But whenever we are in any kind of business transaction with these handicraft people, the first thing we do is we bargain. We insult them by saying that you cannot put value to your work yourself. If you're saying it's $1,000, I will say $750. That's my way of telling you that, okay, fine, you must have put in that much of effort, your aesthetic touch, time, material, whatever. You think it's $1,000, but I'm telling you it's only 500 rupees or 750 rupees. Surprisingly, this trait is nowhere to be seen when we are picking up our pair of Nikes or Levi's. 3,000, bilkul theek hai. 5,000, chalega. But okay, it's a kandha sari for 2,500, please give it for 2,200. Or a Madhubani painting for 1,000, too expensive. I can make it. 750 mein de do. This is the thing that we need to check. Next thing, which is very close to my heart, I want all you guys to try and make something with your own hand. Some of you might just shift and say, Arey, I've never touched a pencil, color, paintbrush in my entire life. Doesn't matter. We all can create and we all should create. Because when we create, we realize, it's a meditative process, believe me. When you're creating, all your existence, all your being, everything is focused on that product. And in that state of mind, a part of your personality gets transferred to that product. And that's what makes it so special. That's why, they say that handmade is God-made. So try it out. Next time, probably this Ganpati, make your own clay Ganesha. Maybe for Diwali, paint your own diyas. For Christmas, make your own, Christmas tree decorations. Once you do this, once you make something with your own hand, after that, you will never be disrespectful to anything, anybody's handcrafted work that comes your way. That's why you need to do it. Last but not the least, support. Whenever you come face to face with these people, anytime, anywhere, start buying from them directly. Why go to a flashy, mall shop or so and pay 10 times more the price? Why not just get things directly from them? Buy as much and as frequent. If you're not that, you don't get the opportunity to meet them so directly, try locating. There are various, communities that are working, various local brands or businesses who are working genuinely with them. Support them. And support doesn't always mean that you have to buy and, money is not the thing here. Support them by, appreciating them, spreading the word, share, like, engage in a discussion, volunteer for them, give them feedback, suggestions, ideas. That's the support that counts. So my friends, next time, whenever you come face to face with these magicians, the handicraft, the craftsperson, the craft people of our country, whether it's an event, exhibition, or probably you're traveling to some other state with your family members, picking things from, roadside vendors or so, take some time out. Talk to them. Ask them why they're doing what they're doing and how they're doing it. Believe me, even if you don't pick any product from them, you will learn some really valuable life lessons. I have learned quite few of them. They are not there to, sell you overpriced product or take advantage of you. They're just trying to make a decent and dignified living by creating and selling beautiful products. And mind you, these are not just ornamental products. Every craft product that you pick, it reflects and registers the socio-cultural, profiles of that region it's coming from. Every product has layers of cultural history, stories, and these are our stories. That's why we need to help, we need to contribute, we need to support them. Let's start by making that one hand happy. It's a long journey to go. It's a huge task. We have to take 25 million hands happy. But let's start with one. But let's start now. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.